lesson. Today we are going to talk about structures, which is a topic in design and technology. I am Afrika Wickman Banda to be with you in this lesson. Structures. First, we need to define the term structure. Define structure. Many times that we hear people talking about structures. You just hear a conversation of people saying structure, there's this structure that I'm putting up, there's this structure which I'm putting up. What do you understand by this term, structure? Yes,
a structure is anything that can support load or weight.
Support load or weight. The structure is anything that can support a load or weight. Okay, Helen has told us what structures are. A load can either be a person or an object. We know what weight is. Who can define weight? What is weight? What is weight? Titus.
The force acting on
Force acting on an object. What else? Yes. The pull of gravity acting on an object. Titus said weight is the force acting on an object. Charles said weight is the pull of gravity acting on an object. So, a weight acting on an object, the object at which that weight is acting on, it is known as what? A structure. It has to be made in a certain way. Now we have two main types of structures. We have one natural structure. And then two, we have artificial structures. These are the two main types of structures. What are natural structures? Richard.
These are structures that are not made by people.
These are structures that are not made by people. Structures not made by people. What of artificial structures? Mine.
These are structures that are made by man.
These are structures made by man. Structures made by man. So we have these two types of structures. There are structures which have been made by people. Then there are structures which we just found them due to nature. Examples of natural structures. Examples of natural structures. To be seen, a tree. So we have trees. Trees, they are structures which are not made by man. These trees, we just found them. No one ever came up with an idea of making a tree. It is nature. That's why they fall under natural weight. Yes, Stephen.
The stem.
The stem. Arthur. Trunk. So we have a trunk. What else? Foster. Branches. What do these support? What load do they support? Leaves. So a tree has got roots. These roots, they are also part of the structure. And then we have a trunk. This trunk also supports a certain load, which are leaves. Okay. Yes. Then they also have what? Branches. These are natural structures. A tree is a natural structure because it supports a certain load. What else? Another example. Yes.
A spider web.
A spider web. So a spider web, it is also a spider web, it is also an example of a natural structure. It is not made by man, but due to creativity, mosquito nets have been made in this way of a spider web. The way we see a spider web, people got that idea and started creating something else, which is a man-made structure. What else?
An eggshell.
An eggshell. Eggshell, it is also a natural structure. We know the shell of an egg. That shape was not made by man. What else? Stephen.
The human skeleton.
Human skeleton. So we say a human and animal. Human and animal skeleton. This is also a natural structure. We have so many natural structures, but today we'll just talk about this. Let's talk about artificial structures. Let's talk about artificial structures. Examples of artificial structures. Since we've said these are structures which have been made by people, what are those structures? What examples do we know about these structures? Yes, Samuel.
A bridge.
A bridge. So we have a bridge as an example of artificial structure. Apart from a bridge, what else? Maslow?
Bicycle.
A bicycle. A bicycle. A bicycle, it is also a structure which has been made by man. What else? James?
Car.
A car. A car, it is also a structure which has been made by man. What else? Elvis? A ladder. A ladder, it is also an example of an artificial structure. So, these are some of the examples of artificial and natural structures. Now, there are some, I would say, man-made structures are divided into groups. Are we together? Yes. Man-made structures are divided into groups. Since artificial structures are sometimes known as what? Man-made structures. So we say artificial three groups. Namely, we have frame structures, then we have shell structures, and we have mass structures. These are the three groups of man-made structures. What are frame structures? What are frame structures? What are frame structures? Richard.
These are structures which are made by joining rigid bars in a specific way to form a framework.
Frame structures are structures made by joining rigid bars in a specific manner or way. How do we frame structures are structures made by joining rigid bars in a specific manner or a specific way. On top of rigid bars, we do understand what rigid bars are, isn't it?
Yes.
We have bars like white tube, it is a bar. As long as it is straight, then it becomes a rigid bar. Even it is round, because the structure can be made in so many shapes. Then we have white tubes, square tubes, all those are bars. So any rigid bar, even timber also it is what? A rigid bar. Then examples of frame structures. What are examples of frame structures? James? A window frame. So we have the window frame. A window frame, it is an example of a frame structure. What else, Isaac?
Trusses.
Trusses. Trusses are also examples of a frame structures. Trusses, these are structures which are used when roofing. We normally call them as trusses. What else? Lennox.
A bridge.
A bridge. A bridge, it is also a frame structure. For you to build a bridge, first you need to make a frame structure. That's why now you can start putting on the concrete and so on. But it is first made by frames. You join them together. How together? What else? Dumisa. Electricity. Is it electricity? Pylons. Electricity pylons, they are also made by joining rigid bars together. And when you join rigid bars together, you are making a frame structure. Whatever structure that you are making when joining rigid bars together, that structure, it is known as what? Frame structure. The last one, Gilbert.
A bed.
A
A bed.
what?
A bed.
A bed. A bed, it is also a frame structure. We've got chairs, there are so many. We've got chairs, tables, they all fall under what? Frame structures. Okay, let's talk about shell structures. What are shell structures? Blessings.
Structures that are made by shaping tissue materials.
Shell structures are structures made by shaping pieces. No?
These are structures that are made by shaping a sheet of material and
shaping pieces or materials and assembling them in a specific way. These are shell structures. As long as you are shaping them in a specific way, the structure is going to be known as what? A shell structure. What are the examples of these shell structures? What are the examples of shell structures? Remember, we're talking about artificial structures, right, which are made by man. Now, what are the examples of shell structures? Titus. Oh, some help. A car. So, a car, it is an example of a shell structure. What else? Clay pot. Pots made from clay. What else? A cup, it is also an example of a shell structure. Patience. Flower vessels. So all those are examples of a shell structure. From there now, we'll talk about mass structures. What are mass structures? What is a mass structure? Mind.
A mass structure can be made by picking up or forming similar materials into a particular shape.
A mass structure is a structure
That can be made
by picking up
or forming similar materials
or forming what? Similar materials
into a particular shape.
or forming similar materials into a particular shape. Those are mass structures. These, they are made by picking or forming similar what? Forming similar materials into a particular shape. Similar materials into a particular shape. Okay, what are examples of mass structures? Examples of mass structures we have. Yes, remember. Brick walls, like this building that we are in. It is a mass structure. Isaac? A dam. dam, it is also a mass. It is also an example of mass structures. We have so many examples of mass structures, but today we are just going to look at this. Remember, at first we talked of the objectives which were defining the structure. Then from there, identifying different types of structures. Then after that, also said classifying structures. From there now, we identify forces which are involved in the structure. First, what makes a structure to fail? A structure can fail due to overloading. A structure can also fail due to poor design. When a structure is designed in a certain way where they are not strong, then it can also can fail. A structure can also fail due to poor joints. Due to poor joints or materials. So these are the factors that makes a structure to fail to function its purpose. The reason why you made it, then it fails to function. It is because of these three. Sometimes overloading. You made it to be carrying a certain weight or to be supporting a certain weight. Then you start overloading it. There, the structure will fail. Like the trucks, those trucks that carry big loads. Then there are those trucks like canter. You can't overload a canter. You want to carry some things using a canter, for example, maize, and then you have more than 1,000 parts. You can't put them in that canter because it is small. Therefore, you need to use a structure which was made for that specific purpose. How to get it? Then, poor design. When designing structures, first we look at its strength or stability. Is it stable for it to do the intended purpose? The reason why you are making it. Or from there now you look at the joints. Are these joints strong enough are these joints strong enough for the structure to do the intended purpose? Then from there now you prevent these things. Let's talk about forces involved in structures. Forces involved in structures. What is force? Status. Force is the pull, push, acting on an object. Pull or push acting on an object. Since we know what a force is, now we need to talk about forces which are involved in a structure. Forces involved in a structure. One, we have tension force. Tension force. What is tension force? Yes.
These are forces which can cause a member to stretch.
Tension forces. These are forces which can cause to stretch. Any force that can cause a member to stretch, that force it is known as a tension force. For example, you make this manner. You told to make a billboard. So that billboard, maybe it is supposed to be attached to a wall. Now you need to make a structure that will support it to a what? To a wall. Then, for example, this is the wall. Your structure is in this manner. This is the support, and then you have your billboard here. A billboard, it is a load. Are we together? A billboard is a load. You have this structure, which is in A, B, and then there is also this structure, which is in C. This member, because of this load, A, B, it is stretching. As it is stretching, it is undergoing tension forces. When it breaks here, it is not going to be the way it is. Due to tension, A, B will be like this. Then we have our B there. So the movement of these parts, for example, here we say X. The movement of X, this X to be in this direction, that X will go in that direction. When they break, they will go in opposite direction. What causes this is a tension force. Another force that we are going to talk about is compression force. Compression force. What are compression forces? Yes.
These are forces which can cause a member to be squashed.
These are forces which can cause a member to be squashed. These are forces which can cause a member to be what? To be squashed. When it breaks, they will go, they don't normally go in opposite direction, but they just squash against each other. For example, I'll draw the same. I'll use the same example that I had used. This is your billboard, which is a load. Then you have A, B, and C. A structure which AB is a structure on its own, then BC it is also a structure on its own. This AB is undergoing certain forces, which is tension force. Then BC it is undergoing under compression forces. When BC breaks at this point, this structure the structure is going to be like that. A, B, C. Meaning here, they have squashed due to compression forces. Other types of forces we have shear forces. What are shear forces? Okay. Examples of materials which undergo shear forces. We have a pair of scissors. A pair of scissors. And then what else? A what? A what? A nail cutter. What we call a flower cutter. We have a flower cutter. These are examples of shear forces. Then all these forces, we have forces which are static forces and dynamic forces. Are we together? Okay. We have many other forces. We have bending forces, static forces, and dynamic forces, but this is what we had today. Well, let us, we've come to the end of the lesson. On behalf of the production crew, my name is Afnika Whitman Banda. See you next time.